Hi everyone, let me get right to the point. As I'm recording this today, it is 20 December 2023. And I'm recording this and giving Brad instructions to publish it upon my death. So if you're watching me, I'm dead. Now, a few months ago, I sat right here on this log and told you I'd been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I told you we'd caught it early and that we were still going to be here for some time. Well, we did catch it early, but not as early as I had thought, and it has spread faster than I thought it would. You may have seen me recently using this crutch. When I told you I broke my hip, well, I did break my hip. But it wasn't because I was in any kind of accident. It was because the cancer spread to my bones. And the bones just crumbled, my hip fractured, and I fell down. No, I didn't fall down and fracture it. I fractured and then fell down. And my time is drawing very short. So, there's some things I have to ask of you. One, for everyone who is a Patreon supporter, thank you. But don't immediately turn off your Patreon support. We have hopes that a couple of the crew, primarily my brother, are going to continue making content on this channel. So, if you haven't heard from us by next month, yes, then cancel your Patreon support. But we have hope that the channel will continue. Two, people pirate other people's material in this format, and now that I'm dead, I'm not going to be able to do much about it, and I'm sure people will pirate my material. Please, don't put money into the pockets of thieves. If you're going to watch anything I'm doing, make sure you watch it on my channel. And three, if you've been around a while, you know that there have been people who have taken it upon themselves to lie about me and denigrate my character. That Caleb guy being the biggest offender of it, but there's been others. And I've had to make some rebuttal videos and so forth. Yeah, not going to be around to do that, and I'm sure that people will take this opportunity to denigrate my character. So I would hope by now that you know me well enough to know what you should or shouldn't believe. And don't just believe whatever nonsense people tell you. Okay, now with that, there's a couple other things I want to say as well. And that is, to everyone who has watched, hit the like or dislike icon, commented, shared, subscribed, and donated on Patreon, thank you. All of those things support the channel greatly, and I can't even begin to articulate how beneficial and appreciated those things are. I also would want to say that my goal in doing all of this was, yes, to have fun, do some things that were fun, but primarily to put out useful information, or if not useful, at least interesting information. And what I really hope is that as you're watching me, you've seen some things that have made you say, oh, I get it, okay. Things that have made you change something you did in such a way that has helped you. I would really hope that seeing the reviews we've done of things have saved you some money and kept you from buying things that probably wouldn't have been a good fit for you. And if those things have happened, then we've met our goal. The final thing I would want to say is my sincere apologies. I had hoped that I would continue in this format for the next 10 or even 15 years. And even once I was diagnosed, I had hoped that we'd be here 2 or 3 more years, and it's turned out to be only a few more months. And my apologies for that. It really makes me feel like I've let everybody down. So, not much more to say than that. So, I guess the final line, I have not really rehearsed this, is I'm really glad to have had this opportunity to do all of the stuff that we've done. I really hope that it's been helpful. I really appreciate you watching, commenting, and participating. And I have probably very few regrets in what we've done here. I think we've been, for the most part, successful. I hope you agree. So, as always, don't try this at home, and thanks for watching.
I am heartbroken to announce that what you heard is true. Paul Harrell has passed away. It was his wish that I maintain his legacy through this channel by continuing to put out high-quality educational content with the flair we all know and love from him. I ask that you give the crew and myself some time to process the death of my brother and find the best way to honor his memory. I thank everyone in advance for your patience and understanding, and we will get channel updates as we move through this together. I would ask everyone to keep any personal politics or religious beliefs out of any postings regarding Paul on any of our social media. In keeping with Paul's mystery, I cannot tell you what his beliefs were or where he ended up. All I can tell you is that he is now where a man belongs and will remain an inspiration to us all. Thank you.
Some of you know me, but many of you don't. My name is Brad Nelson, and I've been Paul's editor slash post-production guy slash manager for many years now, ever since his channel was very small. I had the great privilege of having Paul in my life and having him as a friend. He's a very generous and kind guy, and he told the best campfire stories. He's positively influenced many people's lives, including my own, and I'm very grateful for that. We are going to be continuing his legacy by uploading videos on this channel eventually, and continuing to educate people the way that Paul did. But you can continue his legacy as well by sharing your knowledge with other people and your enthusiasm for firearms and the outdoors, and just by being curious and striving to learn new things like Paul did. Thank you for all the support that you've given Paul and the rest of us over all these years.